on one level, people are interested to read about a culture they've never experienced before, the Philippines. I mean, how many Swedish people really have or people anywhere have read about the Philippines, even though we have been directly tied to the West for centuries. We were a Spanish colony for 350 odd years, and then an American colony for 45 or so. And yet people don't really know about us. These are good. They're not very healthy, but they're very addictive. Yeah, we have Safeguard soap here, which smells to me like my childhood. Yeah. Buona po si Miguel. Pleased to meet you.
Thank you. Den filippinske författaren Miguel Syjuco hittar sina favoriter hos Brenda Cornejo i Stockholm. Här är sprängfullt med typiskt filippinska varor. Kunderna är ofta filippiner som inte vill vara utan sina kex eller sina specialkorvar till frukost.
These are sausages. Longanisa. That's what we have for breakfast.
Is this something you find in different parts of...
Oh, everywhere in the world, yeah. We have shops for Filipinos where it feels like home.
Var 10:e filippin bor utanför hemlandet. Det handlar om 9 miljoner människor och runt 13 000 av dem bor här i Sverige. Författaren Miguel Syjuco kallar det en tragedi där många barn får växa upp utan sina föräldrar.
They've been forced to go abroad to seek their fortunes because the social conditions at home are not conducive to earning, well, decent or honest living. So there is a tragedy in the making where all these people are leaving. Many of them are nannies, many of them are maids who have children at home. They go abroad. They raise other people's children, and their kids at home are almost orphans in a way, being raised by fathers or grandparents. So what we have right now, what we're seeing is I believe a tragedy in the making.
How? In what way?
Well, you're forced to leave your home to live abroad to earn dollars, which you remit home. I think we remit something like $15 billion, the Filipino diaspora, $15 million each year, which props up the economy. And this previous presidential administration was happy to just take that and prop up the economy on that, rather than develop policies and reforms that would stop that flow of people. And instead they chose to train Filipinos and send them abroad, rather than work their resources so that they could provide opportunities for them to stay home, or even better, for the expatriate Filipinos to return. So it is a tragedy in that we're still going downhill, and at the same time it's changing the social climate at home, as well as changing the social climate of Filipinos living abroad.
Yeah. Have you yourself met persons who have their kids at home and stay abroad?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was raised by them. I lived in Canada for the first 10 years of my life, and my parents, because they were always going back and forth from Canada to the Philippines, they left us with our nannies, and these women became our mothers, and then we outgrew them, and they went off and made lives in either in the Philippines or in Canada or elsewhere, and they had to bring home their families, claim their husbands, claim their children. And you see that on one level what this is happening is it's creating, it is tearing families apart to a certain extent.
Miguel Syjuco tillhör den privilegierade skaran. Han har gått i fina skolor och framtiden som politiker i pappas fotspår var tydligt utstakad. Precis som för hans namne, huvudpersonen i boken Ilustrado. Genom honom och hans mentor, en åldrande författare, får vi följa Filippinernas historia under de senaste 150 åren på jakt efter förklaringen till varför det blev som det blev.
My father's a politician. I was always meant to go into the family business, which is either business or politics. And I ran away to become a writer because I knew that the political climate in the Philippines is just too corrupting, and either I would fail or I would become corrupted myself. So I thought, well, I do want to be socially engaged in a way, and I think storytelling, writing novels, writing journalism is the way I'm best suited to be able to participate in that discussion.
And what problems did you want to focus on? What did you want to show with this book?
Well, Ilustrado is a book that is meant to be an indictment of the ruling class in the Philippines, who for generations has let down the people. Administration after administration, decade after decade, the educated elite have not been able to make the necessary changes, the sacrifices, or the hard decisions. So in a way, the book is exactly that. It's an examination of the accountability or lack of accountability of this class and of Filipinos in general. This being quagmired in the great cultural divide of rich versus poor, expatriate versus those who are left at home, and also the perspective of how people see us in the world. You know, people see us as maids, as nannies, sometimes as prostitutes, as construction workers, and as Imelda Marcos. And sure, we're all of those things, and it's important to understand why those things are the cultural cliches that everyone has of us. But in Ilustrado, I try to explain that we're so much more.
Thank you.